Hi, friends. Welcome back to a new episode of Tama Tea Time. This is the series where we drink tea or whatever beverage you prefer, sit back, relax, chat about all things Tamagotchi, and I sprinkle in a little bit of my thoughts about other things that are happening around the world of Tamagotchi. So sit back, relax, and we're going to chat for a bit. Because today's episode, I think you're going to be really excited for. All right, today's episode, we are talking Tamagotchi Paradise. All right, I know, that's why you're here. You're so excited. All right, we're going to get to that in a second. But we're talking Tamagotchi Paradise. We are going to be talking Switch 2. That's still top of mind for me, very big, especially with the new Tamagotchi game coming out. I'm going to talk about community because I think there's been some pretty awesome things happening recently within our little Tamagotchi community that I think you need to hear about. And at the very end, for those of you, my most loyal friends who want to stick around to the end, I'm just going to be talking some updates about me and what's coming in the future. So please grab a beverage, pause, I'll wait, and let's get started. All right. You're really here for Tamagotchi Paradise. I know this. I know everyone's really excited about the potential. But I have to kind of start from the beginning. Okay, for those of you who maybe don't know what happened recently. But I gotta sip my tea. I actually made tea today and I'm pretty excited about it. It's like an almond green tea, which I'm a big fan of these days, just a very light green tea. But anyways, so the story begins really a week or two ago. There was an announcement on the Tamagotchi US Instagram page, and it might have been announced other places, but I follow them on Instagram. I get all my Tama news mostly from Instagram and Tama Palace. So I saw it there. It was a little sneak peek of Tamagotchi crossing over with free comic book day, which I'm not a comic book fan. I love that people still love them. I love that it's still a media and it's still a thing, but I've never been into it myself. And so I didn't know what free comic book day was. It turns out it's a day once a year where your local comic book shop can give away comic books for free. I guess the comic book shops purchase them from a specific company and then they are given away free to anybody who wants to pick one up. So Tamagotchi was collaborating with Free Comic Book Day to release a special comic book called Tamagotchi Paradise. I haven't talked about this because I haven't really paid much attention to it, but I guess the name Tamagotchi Paradise was actually trademarked several months ago. So it's kind of been in the back of the community's mind as this might be the next thing in the world of Tamagotchi. When I heard this name though, I kind of thought that maybe it was like a new game. So I didn't pay much attention to it. That was ridiculous of me because it's actually kind of a big deal, right? Okay. So May 3rd comes around and it's actually Free Comic Book Day. And I convinced my brother and my partner to take me around to different comic book shops until I found this. Now, this is the free comic book that was given away by Bandai on Free Comic Book Day. And I actually did make a video about this. It was a short form video because I was kind of nervous about when the next announcement would be. I didn't want to make a long form video. So I made a short form. I went through this whole comic. I will link it for you if you missed it. But within the comic book, there is what we are hoping and thinking is information about a new Tamagotchi device. So everyone in the community that I know, I follow on Instagram, everyone went to their local comic book shop to get this. And within the comic book, it tells a little bit of a story about the Tamagotchi planet and the cute characters that live on it, and about the different devices that have been around for the Tamagotchi brand. And within here, so here it says that we loved Tamagotchi so much that a new planet was born, and they're calling that planet Tamagotchi Paradise. So this comic book was the first of I don't know how many. It has a to be continued later on. And not a lot of information was in here. There was some hints and some ideas about what could be coming. And so there's now a ton of speculation out in the community about what Tamagotchi Paradise could potentially be. I'm really excited because I didn't think we were going to get a new device this year. I think in my predictions I said, hey guys, we're probably going to see another year of the Uni. Because this is the 29th year of Tamagotchi, I assume they're going to go really big for the 30th anniversary. I would hope. They went pretty big for the 25th. We got like the Smart and some like exciting things back when Tamagotchi turned 25. So I'm assuming like a big release for 30. But here we have some like, with this comic book, we have some ideas of what could be potentially coming for us later this year. What I didn't mention is I like to cover leaks and things on this channel, and typically we see something by this time. It's May already. And so I'm usually reporting on leaks or on actual announcements sometime in like mid-April. And so this announcement is coming pretty late this year. So when nothing came through April, I really was convinced that I was right about just getting another version of the Tamagotchi Uni this year. And then this comic book came. So within the comic book, they show what looks like a potential new device and maybe some different style of gameplay. I'll show you here. I really hope you saw my short, but I will show you this page here because it's kind of important for the next part of this conversation we're gonna have. So it shows a device with a dial that zooms in and zooms out and then shows you like an environment that your Tamagotchi is living in. I don't know what you guys think or what you took from all of this, but I am really thinking that this is going to be our new device. This is like Bandai's sneaky way to introduce a new concept and a new idea for Tamagotchi to the fans and honestly to the general public. Free Comic Book Day is like a big deal. And so regular people who don't know a whole lot about Tamagotchi could grab this comic book and take it with them and learn about a potential new device. And then I also didn't mention in any of my videos because I just ran out of time. But there's also advertisements for other merchandise that's coming later this year. And Bandai has been very big on merchandise this year, so I made a whole Tama Tea Time. If you missed March's episode, I talked a lot about the merchandise there. But they're really pushing the brand, trying to get it out there and collaborate with different things and get people to really like notice and see that it's still a thing. You know, people think that it's just this virtual pet toy from the 90s and not that it's still a relevant thing today. All right, so for the potential new device, I keep saying potential because nothing has been confirmed. Even the website I pulled up kind of states that this is a product that's not been confirmed yet. So that was interesting. But if I'm understanding what they're getting at in the comic, it looks like the new device will allow you to zoom in and out. It looks like the new device is going to have 3 different biomes. So you have land, air, and sea, and you'll be able to grow different Tamagotchis based on where they're located. And the zoom in, zoom out feature makes me think that you will be able to zoom in and out on the different biomes and potentially raise multiple Tamagotchis at once. That might be wild concept. I mean, we're used to 1 egg, 1 Tamagotchi device, and 1 Tamagotchi at a time. But if they're introducing new concepts in a new world, it's basically anything is possible. We could be getting a device and being able to raise multiple Tamagotchis at the same time. That's kind of what I'm thinking it is. It's like, I'm going to reference a really old game. Maybe there's a newer reference, but I think it was called Sim Earth back in the very late 90s, like early 2000s, where you basically saw Earth as like this giant biome, and then you had to like kind of take care of it or see it through the ages. And you could kind of zoom in and zoom out on different spots and see how species were growing and how they were developing and thriving or potentially not, depending on how you took care of the planet. And I'm wondering if they're going to do something like that here with this Tamagotchi Paradise, if you're going to be able to zoom in and out of different areas and see your Tamagotchi grow in a different environment. But I honestly have no idea what we're going to get, because the comic ended with a page that showed some potential devices and a to be continued. And so on Free Comic Book Day, this came out. I read it. I was really excited. I was ready to make a video about it, but I wasn't sure if they were going to make an official announcement on the same day as Free Comic Book Day, or if they were going to wait. And I didn't want to make a whole speculation video and then just have them make an announcement like later in the day. So I made a short for you guys. Goes over the entirety. You can see a little bit more details of this comic. And if you Google it, there's pictures everywhere if you don't want to watch a short video. So Free Comic Book Day, got really excited, and then there was nothing for maybe a day or so. And then we got a Japan announcement stating that the next installment of Tamagotchi Paradise will be coming out on May 16th. So we will see the next installment of the comic and what is going to happen with Tamagotchi Paradise. I have a lot of hopes. I have a lot of excitement. I am ready for a new device. You know me, I love the Uni, but I was kind of sad about my prediction that we would get another version of the Uni for this year and then something bigger for the 30th anniversary. We could still see this new device and something next year. I don't know. I'm asking for a lot here, and I shouldn't be. But some things that I feel like not everyone is talking about with this comic is here, this little guy. And then there's a couple others. I have never had a Tamagotchi Ocean, but I've read a lot about him. And some of these characters on the cover page here are from Tamagotchi Ocean. Now, I know there is the land, air, and sea kind of concept for the Paradise planet. So it would make sense to have some Tamagotchi Ocean characters, but I'm still holding out hope that we will get a Gen 4 original Tamagotchi that might be the Ocean. Really still holding out hope. I mean, I really want Devilgotchi, and I know a lot of you want the Devil version, but there's also the possibility we could see Tamagotchi Ocean as well, especially as a tie-in with this Paradise. It's already going to have some Ocean characters. That would be perfect, Bandai, so make it happen for us, could you please? All right, I know we ask for so much within the community, so I will just be very excited about whatever Tamagotchi Paradise is when we finally get the announcement in the middle of May. So keep watching out on my channel. I will be making a video once we have an official announcement about what it is and pre-orders and all of the information that you guys are always looking for. Okay, from Tamagotchi Paradise, I wanted to talk a little bit about Switch 2 really quickly. I don't know if you guys got pre-orders. The pre-orders were a total mess. My partner ended up getting a pre-order, so he will be getting a Switch 2 that I could most definitely play. But I did not get a pre-order. I did not want to stay up till midnight. It was midnight in my time zone. And I did not want to stay up and fight everyone to try to get a pre-order. So I tried the next day for GameStop pre-order, and that didn't work out for me. So I have one more shot with the Nintendo pre-orders when they send out the emails. But I am still planning, whether I get the Switch 1 version or the Switch 2 version, I'm still planning on playing Tamagotchi Plaza. In my last video, I kept calling it Tamagotchi Plaza, trying to say it the correct way, and a lot of you got mad at me, so I'm gonna go back to saying Tamagotchi like I always have, but I'm still planning on playing this game. I'm still really excited for it. I can't wait. June is gonna be a really big and fun month, so I hope that you are interested. I am planning on streaming it. I need to figure out my setup, but I have the equipment to do it. I just have never actually streamed to a live audience. So I'm going to try to do that. But anyways, Switch 2, I don't know if you guys got pre-orders, if you did or not. It's very expensive. I know not everyone can afford. I'm just thrilled that Tamagotchi Plaza actually has a Switch 1 version. It's going to be missing some of the games, some of the mouse games, but you're basically going to get the whole game minus whatever the mouse games would be. So we can still play Tamagotchi Plaza on Switch 1 when it comes out on June 27th. I know if I don't get a Switch 2 now, I will definitely be getting one in the future when they restock, so don't you worry. Even if I start with a Switch 1 version of Tamagotchi Plaza, when I eventually get a Switch 2, I will upgrade, or my partner will be nice enough to let me use his. We'll see. The segues for this episode are just not as natural as I had planned them in my head. So we talked about Tamagotchi Paradise, Switch 2, and now I wanted to talk a little bit about community, because the Tamagotchi community has once again been like the top of mind for me. I have been really loving interacting with you guys in the comments. I interact with you on Instagram. I interact with you wherever. Oh, Facebook. I just love talking to all of you guys and interacting with you and getting excited about all the same things. It's just been honestly the happiest I've been making content has been this year with this community. So thank you all. I recently went to a Tamagotchi event. It was my first time getting out. I went to a meetup group. The New York City and New Jersey groups got together. Bandai was there, so I met a couple of very famous people in Bandai, including Tara Batty that we're always talking about. I met content creators Sarah and Julie, who are co-hosts of the New York City Tamagotchi Club. I just had the best time. So I'm here to tell you that if you are close enough to a meetup group, or if you don't have one in your area, maybe start one. And if you don't want to start one and there's one in your area, just go to a meetup if you can. Meeting people in person and hanging out and like exchanging information and being able to connect your Tamagotchis. I mean, this is what it's really about, this community. And honestly, I had the best time. I didn't mention it in my vlog. I made a vlog for the Tamagotchi event. I didn't mention it in there because it was I was trying to tell a story, but there were some of you that stopped me and said hi, that you love the videos. I even hugged someone. I'm not even a hugger, but I was just so excited to meet everyone. So if you stopped me, I remember you. Thank you so much. I am so excited you love the videos and you love being part of the community, and I appreciate you so much. Community has been so important, especially in these times of uncertainty and like turmoil. And so I really encourage you to get out there and meet people if you can. And if you can't, do something online. There are collectors groups on Facebook. There are people that discuss Tamagotchi on Discord. You can meet a ton of people on Instagram. I highly, highly recommend just interacting with people wherever you can, because it's just what makes this community so special. Everyone is so nice and so accepting that it doesn't matter who you are. Just if you love Tamagotchi, you're a part of this community. So why not meet some people while you're at it? I mean, personally, I had the best time. I would relive that Tamagotchi event over and over. It was amazing. I can't believe how energized I felt after that event, after meeting everyone and interacting and having so much fun, that I'm craving that again. So I don't often get down to New York City, New Jersey area. It's a couple hours from my home. So it's not easy, but I'm going to do it again one of these days. I'm going to find time and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to see everyone again. And there is a Tamagotchi, they're supposed to be going around the country all summer. I don't think they've announced the dates still, even though it's May and almost summertime. But we should be hearing more about that Tamagotchi event going around the country. So I'm sure I'll be talking about that sometime soon. But speaking of Instagram and Discord and meeting people, it's not really a secret, but I haven't talked about it on this channel before, but I have other forms of social media. I am not just a YouTuber. YouTube is my big thing. You guys are my number one. But I do have an Instagram, which I have connected with many of you on, and I'm sure there's many more if you want to follow me. Right now, I think I'm at Evolution of Jill, but I should change that to just my name because you guys know me by my name. And I also have a TikTok, which I have not talked about at all on this channel. And I don't really interact with many of you on TikTok. I found Julie, to Love L, and I found a couple other people like Denver and some other Tamagotchi people, but I am not super active on there. I do want to grow this community in different areas, so I'm still making YouTube videos, and YouTube is still number one for me. I do want to start making more short form content for Instagram and TikTok. And I am probably not going to make it fully Tamagotchi videos, but there'll be Tamagotchi stuff. Virtual pets are a part of my life. I'm going to explore a little bit of creativity in other avenues and see how that goes. So if you are on those platforms, go ahead, look me up, say hi. There's not a ton of content on them, but the plan is to do a little bit more short form content. I love the long videos I create for you. Tama Tea Time is one of my favorite things that I do with you guys. I think it's so interactive and so fun. But unfortunately, I had to kind of take a step back from content creation this year and focus a little bit more on my health. I still make videos. I'm still making like 1 or 2 a month, but I used to make like 3 or 4 a month. So I kind of feel bad. I feel like I've been letting you guys down, maybe letting myself down a little bit. And I found, a creative outlet through short form content, which I love making. And you guys have been mostly positive about me making short form videos, so I appreciate that. Sometimes, I don't have the time or energy to film a long video and then spend several hours editing it. I can film a short form video in sometimes a couple of minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops, edit it on the couch while I'm relaxing, and upload for you guys and interact with you really quickly. I do find short form is not as interactive. Like, you guys don't always leave comments or message me as much, but I do like that it's really easy for me to make, especially when I have to focus on my health and other priorities. Making short form content I have some time for, which is amazing. But that's just what I wanted to give you a quick update on where I'm at. I'm still making YouTube videos. I'm not going to stop, but I'm going to incorporate a little bit more short form content so that I can still interact and keep you guys up to date with what's going on with my Tamagotchis and my collection. If you haven't seen my short form content, it's there. It's on my YouTube page. If you don't like short form, I'm sorry. I will keep making these long form for you, but I might only be able to make like 1 or 2 a month, depending on how things going. And the short form is just so easy on the couch. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. It feels a little bit more creative for me, so I'm really enjoying it. And if you guys are too, leave me a thumbs up. Let me know you're enjoying it when you watch. Leave a comment, but otherwise things are going to be the same. I have a couple videos that I've already filmed. I just need time to edit and share with you guys. And the plan is to keep making these Tama Tea Times 100%. I love sitting down and chatting with you guys so much. If you are one of my most loyal friends and you've watched until the end of this video, leave me a little, whatever your favorite flower emoji is, in the comments. Let me know you watched till the end. If you saw me at the Tamagotchi event at the American Dream Mall and said hi, leave me a comment as well so I know I can equate your username to your face. We only have like 1 more week for Tamagotchi Paradise, so I'm gonna see you very, very soon. And I cannot wait to share the news with you. See you in the next one. Bye.